Welcome back, everyone. We are continuing our conversation with hip-hop legend and one of the newest inductees of the National Hip-Hop Museum in Washington, D.C., George Godfrey, who lives in Columbia by way of New York, who was known as Sweet G in the world of hip-hop. Congratulations again for this prestigious honor. Before the break, you were telling us just last week you were in D.C., inducted alongside KRS-One, Curtis Blow, Roxanne Shante, just to name a few. Jaquan was there as well. Describe what happened during the ceremony and just how do you feel to go down as one of the greatest in the world of hip-hop as we celebrate 50 years?
It was unbelievable. I mean, the love that was expressed by everybody that was there, all the media, all the news, all the attendees that came, guys and ladies that had been inducted prior to me, because so far I think there's about 70 of us that's been inducted into the museum. It made me feel so good that the stuff that I did, the beginning, was worth it, and I set a path that the young artists coming up today can really get involved in.
And you brought some of your plaques that you received. Tell us what this is.
This is the award that I received as an inductee, along with this medal here, which says inductee, Hip Hop Museum.
Preserving hip-hop history.
And this is the Hip Hop Declaration of Peace, which was presented to the National Hip Hop Museum by KRS-One. It came about in 2001. It's 18 points of what hip hop is. And it has been determined by the government and by the United Nations that hip hop is not just music, it's a culture.
Yes, that is so good.
And being that it's a culture, it's recognized.
One of the things that I see, the 10th principle says hip hoppers are encouraged to build meaningful and lasting relationships that rest upon love, trust, equality, and respect. Hip hoppers are encouraged not to cheat, abuse, or deceive their friends, of course. And I like that because hip hop gets a lot of negative slack now, you know. I know that things always change as the years go by, but how do you respond to folks who think that, oh, that's noise, or it's just negative, or it's influencing our children to do bad things? What is your take on that?
Well, it always seems that whatever you do, you're always going to have naysayers. You're going to have people talking negative about you because they want to change the subject of what you're doing. Now, as you said, it's about love, and it's about commitment and so forth. Out of all the guys that were inducted at this induction, each one of us, as we got up, we told about our family life a little bit, okay? And I've been with my wife now for 37 years.
Congratulations to you guys.
A hurricane, I believe, was 34 years. Curtis has been with his wife 40 years. So the older guys, as they call us, legends or pioneers or whatever, we have been with our families consistently for over 40 years on average. Whereas a lot of these new rappers coming out, it's like hit and miss. Oh, I've been with them 2 years here, somebody else, you know. It's all about them making money. The rap style that we did and the songs that we did was about enjoying yourself, having a party, having friends, respect, which is one thing that everybody that made a record back in those days, you didn't hear them calling women the B word. You didn't hear them calling negative stuff. It was all about how much a woman should be respected.
I want to talk about what you're doing now because you're still in the music industry. You said earlier in the show that you are classically trained in the form of an opera singer. And so I want to play a little snippet of that. So we just heard a clip of you singing the national anthem at one of the Monster Jam events from a few years ago. You are still singing the national anthem around Columbia. How are you keeping that up?
Well, I love doing it. Number one, I do it for the majority of USC's sports teams: basketball, women's basketball, baseball, tennis, football. Every year I get called to sing in front of 85,000 people with a 100-piece band, and it is, I mean, I get out there, I'm nervous as all get out, but as soon as the conductor gives me the downbeat and I hit that first note, they all belong to me. And I just love doing it.
And something else I want people to know who may, if they're recognizing you like, I've seen him before, that's because you are a retired sergeant with the Richland County Sheriff's Department as well.
Yes, ma'am. I retired Sergeant First Class in 2022. I also retired from the lottery of doing 18 years calling the numbers. I retired from that, so I retired from both of those.
Yeah.
I worked in the schools as an SRO during my career with Richland County, and I do a lot of stuff with USC sports.
Powerful voice for sure. And I don't know, should we expect another rap album out of you?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, listen, whenever you are ready and if you decide to do it, you can come make your debut right here on WIS. We would love to have you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And again, congratulations on being one of the recent inductees of the National Hip Hop Museum alongside some other legends. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, much more on the show.